All right, happy Tuesday. Bless your heart, boys. Coming back at you for episode 2. Unbelievable, man. I can't believe we're doing another one of these.
That's awesome.
I mean,
great week so far.
It has been unbelievable since we have first put out our first episode. I mean, thank you to you guys. I didn't realize that we were that interesting, one, and we probably aren't. They're probably just like, bless your heart, we're gonna give you those likes and the things and the stuff. And
It could be pity.
it probably is, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for what we have seen so far. I mean, I've got 53 subscribers that I've seen on YouTube, 179 followers on Facebook, 162 likes. And people are actually sharing the video. I didn't even know people liked us that much, and they probably don't. Like I said, it's probably bless your heart for even doing this. But, it is what it is.
But it's more or less bless our hearts.
Bless,
exactly right. I think,
bless our hearts.
Yeah, people, it's just been amazing. I mean, some of the responses that we've gotten,
Yeah.
some of the text messages we've gotten.
Yeah,
some
like
of the
one of the
comments
one of the text messages I got was on, was it Wednesday morning, I guess is what it was. And it said, I'm not sure what is more exciting this morning, seeing that y'all finally made a podcast, or how great you guys sounded. And thank you very much. Voices were made for radio, seriously, because our faces are not good enough for TV.
Correct.
The voices are made for
We
radio.
have faces for radio.
It says, happy for y'all, enjoy the ride. And then we got a new hashtag of BYHboy groupie for life.
Love that. Love it. Down for life.
Down
Beautiful.
for life.
I didn't get those same kind of text messages. Messages I got were more along the lines of they really hope we get the New Era subscription.
We got no
The
conversation from New Era.
Nothing
but we're
yet.
not holding out. But here we are.
I
So
don't know if it's reached all the way to corporate headquarters just yet, but we're hoping that
we're
it
still
will.
pushing. Still
And
pushing.
I also got another text message with a request of you definitively wearing the banana suit.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think everyone wants to see you in the banana.
No, that's not going to happen. I don't think the banana. Now, my son, however, this is what's funny is I think that for Halloween coming up, I've got one that wants to be a banana. The other one wants to be a monkey. And so I don't know how that tandem is going to work.
Like the chicken and the egg, or
Yeah.
the banana and the monkey.
Yeah, I don't have any idea how that happened, but yeah. So I mean, that's the Halloween conversation. But I don't think I'm going to be wearing a banana to any
I think that
basketball
might give
games.
you a chance for a trial run, though. You might want to just throw it on.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Speaking of Halloween, though, I did spur quite the interesting conversation on the Facebook and the social media.
Controversial.
It was very controversial. I mean, I hate with a passion candy corn. Like I don't understand it. I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts? You didn't
are
even
not
chime
alone.
in much, but I mean, what is your thought?
You're not alone. I think candy corn as a whole should be wiped off the face of the earth. Might be the worst candy of all time. I literally, I just don't get it either.
I mean, and then it came out with like the pump, like not just that, don't put 2 of them in your mouth or 3. Let's make a pumpkin.
Yeah.
And like all these other big, huge pieces of candy, like just, it wasn't good enough. Like just pop more in your mouth. Why do I have to see more of the stuff?
As a matter of fact, I was this weekend. The topic came up with family.
Okay.
Because my cousin Andrea, shout out Andrea, and
Hey, girl.
her son Noah.
Yep.
We're visiting with them, and Noah just breaks out a big thing of candy corn, and it's the candy pumpkins, and sitting there just popping them, and I'm literally watching him in awe.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
Well, it's
I
like
can't eat it. It's
like
just so gross.
It's like my dog when my dad brought home a basset hound when we were really, really young. And I have the same feeling towards candy corn is the reason why we named the dog what we named him. He would always go to the bathroom all over the house, and my mom would run around, and she would always just go, "No!" Ugh. And that's how we ended up with this dog's name was Noah. And so I feel that way about candy corn. No, I hate that stuff. So
I don't understand how you can go into a drugstore, into a grocery market somewhere, and you've got all this candy in
glorious
front of you.
candy.
You've got M&Ms and Snickers bars and Twix, and
Yeah.
I mean, just even a Tootsie Roll, all those things, and pick candy corn.
Yeah, that was the conversation. I mean, the meme and the picture that I posted was how to eat candy corn. open the candy corn, dump it in the trash, go get yourself a Reese's peanut butter
love
cup.
it.
And I'm like, yeah, I can't. That's just the way I feel.
I think that's the 3-step plan to recovery
Yeah.
right there. Just don't do it.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. So candy corn's not going to be in anything that we're giving out. I don't hate people that much. So candy corn for the Halloween candy is not going to be coming from the McCaslin household.
Never have given out candy corn ever, and never will.
Not going to happen. So, but yeah. So what happened with you this weekend? Tell me a little. You said you went up to North Carolina.
I did. I went up to North Carolina, visited my family.
Yep.
You know, my uncle's had some health related stuff, so was helping him move into another home. And it was just a great weekend. I got to see a bunch of family. Basically it's up in Canton, North Carolina. Shout out to Canton. It's a little paper mill town that's up there. My whole family is pretty much either was born there or still lives there in that area near Asheville.
I see you got a new mug, by the way.
I did get a new mug. This is my buddy Tim Pope.
Yep.
Actually was the reason I got this. He had posted this on a Facebook group that I'm a part of.
It actually made its debut on the first podcast.
It did make its debut. I actually got it that same day.
That's
so
awesome.
that was really cool, and just kind of has the commemorative mention of the mill. The mill shut down this year. So
Yep.
the paper mill was open for 115 years. Kind of a cool backstory. My great-grandfather, Tom Furness, helped build the mill. Like, he built several of the concrete structures that are out there, some of the brick structures. So he worked at the mill. My great-grandfather worked there. Both my grandfathers both had one job. I was talking about this with a buddy the other day. Can you imagine the society today if everybody just had the singular job? It's like we got side gigs now and all this stuff. It's like everybody has 100 different jobs. But anyway, they both got back from World War II. Worked in the mill their entire careers and basically retired
in
from
the
there.
paper mill.
In the paper mill.
Okay.
Both of them, I think.
And like everybody in the town worked there.
Everybody in the
it
town.
was the job.
Everybody in the town. It was absolutely the entire economy. It fed hundreds of families
For that area.
For that area, absolutely.
Wow.
And not only was it just the mill, it was also the small independent railways that were kind of out there. The railroad companies, they
Feeding the mill,
with pulp
taking
and
stuff
wood.
away from the mill.
And so this mill shutting down in May of this year has been a massive blow, to that economy. And it's really strange driving around down in Canton now. We were at the Southern Porch on Saturday night, and it's right in downtown Canton, where you have to drive right past the mill to go to the Southern Porch. And just to not see the stacks going is just a very strange thing, And again, I had family that lived in Beaver Dam, family that lived up in Fiberville, and I could actually see the mill from my grandfather Furness's house.
Oh, wow.
I could hear it at night and whatever. And bless that community, bless their hearts. That's a big blow to them. But man, I tell you, there's been a lot of positivity, a lot of people kind of coming together. Looks like there's some opportunity that's become available for some of the workers, which is just awesome. And I wanted to give a quick shout out. I mean, I love the people.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love the people in Canton, North Carolina. I spent every summer there as a kid. And I had a real meaningful conversation with a guy that lived next door to my grandfather Furness named Charlie Gaddy. Mm-hmm. And Charlie's just one of the nicest people, just a great dude, good family man, worked in the mill.
Everybody up there's great. I remember going up there with you, and it was kind of a gloomy haze over the city. I mean, everybody was kind of talking about the last whistle blow and everybody working there, and you go through the city and you just see that all the shops and all the stuff, and the town. That's what they were all about, and great people,
great Southerners, great blue collar Southern people,
no doubt.
Family comes first, the community. But anyway, I was kind of messaging back and forth with him over the weekend, and he was talking about the fact that he actually worked in the building that my great-grandfather built.
No way.
So that was kind of cool.
That is really cool.
But Charlie's the kind of guy, and I remember my grandfather Furness having quadruple bypass surgery, and they had a wood-burning stove. That was their only mode of heat. They did not have central heat and air. And he was in the hospital, and I remember Charlie cutting all of the firewood for my grandfather, stacking it for him neatly. I think it was up on the back porch, and I don't even think he saw my grandfather or grandmother again that winter. because he was still recovering and whatever else. But he
Wow.
just, these are the kind of people that they are.
Yeah.
So, it's just, it's fantastic to have that as part of the family fabric,
Yeah.
and we're thinking about those people, and, God bless them all, and certainly, like I said, I hope they all land in good spots and that community keeps going, because it's a great community.
No, it is awesome community. Yeah. And, man, that's, I hope that, and I see that there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. I mean, as far as like new work coming in. So, I mean, that's good. But I mean, to find all that, I mean, it's going to be tough for that community as well. I mean, it's going to be hard for sure.
Yeah. And I saw a little, I think a meme or video this weekend of, a guy sitting at Bearwater, which is the local, pub or brewery. And he was kind of cheersing the mill. He had a beer in his hand. He was cheersing the mill.
Wow.
That kind of touched me as well. I mean, that mill just meant a lot to my family and to many others, to the Woodruffs, the Kings, the Furness family, the Gaddies. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people. I don't even know the breadth of all the people, but
that goes on forever. I mean, the dates on there was what? You got first start, last whistle, right?
Yeah, 1908 to 2023. The last whistle says was May 24th of 2023.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Canton's not that far. Go on up, see some folks, buy some stuff.
Buy some stuff. I mean, all the stuff's at Bear Creek Supply, which is in downtown Canton. There's a couple Facebook groups. I'll put those up as well.
Beautiful area.
Gorgeous area.
Yep.
You're 30 minutes from Asheville. But man, there's just all kinds of, it's just beautiful. I mean, the mountains up there are absolutely gorgeous.
That's awesome.
No question.
I didn't quite make it as far this weekend. We went to Waleska.
Oh, well, that's still far.
I was in Waleska. We
Go Reinhardt. Let's go Reinhardt Eagles.
We were, literally hit Reinhardt, turned right, and we were down there on the baseball fields. Travel baseball tournament this weekend, and we came out as the tournament champions for the weekend. So I will shout out to the Warriors Baseball Academy on that one. But yeah, we had to be up there at 7:30. So we were up at like 6 to get everybody ready for baseball to play. And we had an 8:30 game, a 10:30 game, and then we had to play in the championship at 4:30, which was awesome. So we ended up having a great day. It's October, and so shout out to our kids for winning. But it's October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. You see the NFL, you see everybody wearing all this pink, and it's for breast cancer awareness. We wore our CHOA Children's Healthcare of Atlanta shirts on Friday. It was awesome to see all those capes flying. Hopefully you saw the quick shout out that we had for that. We just love that organization, and to drive awareness for some things like Cape Day and for those kids, pink, it's opportunity to be able to, hasn't, just like the mill up there in Canton, there probably isn't a single family or person that hasn't been affected by a family member or a friend that has had breast cancer or any kind of cancer. I mean,
Correct.
It's just a terrible, terrible disease. And, it's, your world just kind of shuts down, and, these people that are going through this stuff, they have to continue to fight. And, it's the people that they get around them to be able to, fight for them. And so last tournament that we had was in October, and this friend of mine that I haven't seen, talk to, but we've been friends in high school, and she had no idea. But I just posted and just kind of, felt it. I was like, I'm wearing this pink for Maggie today, because I know a lot of other people that have been out there that have had breast cancer, have been fighting the fight, but she's fighting it right now. And, so shout out to Maggie. And I know that she's got another shirt that has come out to TeamMaggs. I think it's another day. We have one more day to get out some shirts. I'll put the link in the in the description, and
That's awesome.
We'll get that out there. But she's just gone through the chemo. She's not done, and so there's another fundraiser that's come out for her, and just to see her going what she's going through. Her husband was a great friend of mine at North Cobb High School. He's a great dude, and so anyway, I just wanted to put that out there, and so I'm gonna get this shirt, TeamMaggs. I wish I had known about it a couple weeks ago, but it's the fundraiser still up and running, and so we wore that for her this week, and we wanted to continue to wear that pink over in October. So that was our last tournament, and so shout out to them, and bless her heart.
You're so right. There's so many people that are affected. so many families. My family has been affected. My mother had breast cancer when I was back in high school.
Wow.
Luckily, she made a pretty full recovery, after lengthy treatment. And, God bless Maggie.
Yep.
And that's
We're thinking about you and praying for you, Maggie.
Yeah,
And anybody else that's out there that's fighting that fight, let us know. I mean, we'd love to be able to add you to the prayer list and talk to anybody else that we can about helping you guys out as much as possible, just to spread awareness. I mean, that's what this thing is all about.
Yeah,
so
100%.
building community. So I mean, you see it in the NFL. I mean, they're still wearing it as well. I mean, I'm looking at your. I'm seeing that New Era hat.
Yeah,
and,
this one's fresh.
That
like
Falcons hat is fresh to death. I love. No one really knows. If you do know what this hat is, let me know. But it's also New Era.
Big time shout out for anybody that knows exactly what this hat is.
I have seen this hat.
He's told me 15 times. I still don't remember what it is.
I have seen this hat around town. I was at Topgolf one night and I saw a guy wearing it, and he like looked at me and I looked at him and I was like,
whoa,
you know that I know. So let us know if you know. But I'm looking at the hat there, and I can't help but think that we just need to have a little conversation about our Falcons.
I cannot recall the last time I really just sat down and watched a whole Falcons game. I didn't watch it. I mean, I watched the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Like we sat down and we were sitting there going, okay, well, what do you want to talk about as far as sports is related to us? Because, I mean, again, we've mentioned all of the sports teams that we follow.
Do the Bless Your Heart boys still care about the Falcons? I mean, I certainly would say our level of, I think, trust.
Yeah.
The Hawks had this really cool thing a while back that was talking about the true believers. That was kind of their thing. Are we true believers in the Falcons anymore? Where are we now? Yeah,
I mean, we have some friends that are out there that have a podcast, that talks about nothing but the Falcons. And I just don't want to be that. But at the same time, I just don't care much. I was trying to tell you, I didn't watch hardly any of that game. We had a tournament going on, like I said, but during the tournament when we won, we went back and we had lunch and we watched the first half. And nothing is really exciting. Do you remember that we used to let Sunday and the Falcons just dictate, now, go to church, and then you and I'd be like, where are we meeting? What are we doing? We're going to your house. We're going to cook. We're going to have pork butt. We're going to have steaks. What are we going to do?
It literally drove our Sundays.
It did. And then we would either be extremely happy and we would just hang out and just love the day, or it would completely ruin it. And then it would fade into our Monday and everything else. But I don't know where and when it happened. I don't know if it was because I got older, if it was because, but I think it's just that loss. It's that Super Bowl loss that got me so jaded. And I can't let it affect me anymore. Like, they let me down that bad.
I think the first blow for me was 2014. I think the 20-7 lead at halftime versus the 49ers. We had an excellent team. We were playing great football. And then we just completely collapsed in that second half.
I think I actually have a picture of that.
We do.
In the Garage Mahal.
In Matt's Garage Mahal many years ago.
If you don't have a man cave, if you hook up the garage.
It's a Garage Mahal.
Garage Mahal, we found out. Anyway.
Yeah. And that was kind of like our little ritual. That was where we watched our games on Sundays during that time frame. We lived together in the same neighborhood at the time. I remember
you were walking 3 doors down.
Yep. And we'd watch the games. Anyway, that was kind of the first blow. But the Super Bowl in 2017, I have absolutely not recovered. I just don't have any faith whatsoever in the organization as a whole.
Yeah.
I don't think that Blank, while he's been a great owner, he's spent money, he's brought some good players in. It's just not a winning. Are they really serious about football? I don't know.
I don't have any idea.
I don't really think they are. I think they're kind of starting to get there. I've not been a fan of the last couple of coaches. I think there's all that Coach Bro speak, and they're just like, "What do you got? I got to watch the tape. I got to watch the tape." I mean, have a press conference and be real. I miss Mike Smith. Yeah. Mike Smith was real.
Yeah,
he just come out and be like, "You know what? We suck today." Great.
I mean, that's what we want to hear,
and that's okay.
Go do something about it.
Right, and I felt like he did.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's literally,
I don't know.
Arthur Smith, bro. It's like every time he's at the microphone, it never looks at anybody.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
I don't know.
I gotta
go.
I don't know.
Were you not on the sideline, bro? Do you not know? And who was it that wrote that scathing?
Oh, it's Jeff Schultz.
And he should have. He should have raked him through the coals just like he did.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Schultz is just like, hey, you got to quit being a brat. You got to speak to the media. You haven't earned the right to be dismissive of. And I totally agree with him. I mean,
without a doubt.
And I just can't stand listening to him.
Yeah,
I can't imagine playing for him.
Right.
I mean, I played some college ball. We both played sports. Being a coach. You gotta want to be behind the coach.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't get it.
Anyway, but that's going to be the talk on that. I don't know what it is. If there are anybody's out there that feels the same way, and what is the reason? Do we not care anymore? Why? I want to know why.
I've kind of felt like I loved the Falcons when I was a kid.
Yeah,
and I loved the Falcons. And earlier in our friendship for sure, because we kind of had each other and it was fun. It was something to do. But now I would say my love for the Braves and Hawks has kind of superseded my love for the Falcons. I just feel like they're more serious and trying to do some things to get better. And I feel like it's just status quo. I mean, what are we doing at quarterback? And we got the guy who leads the NFL in turnovers, and we're sitting there talking about, it just needs time to develop. I'm like,
I don't know.
How much time do you need to develop? The kid either can play or he can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't have any idea.
Bless my heart. I'm done with that.
Yeah,
moving on.
Bless your heart, indeed.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we got going on this week. There's a lot of stuff going on in the next couple weeks. We got Halloween going down. The next week we've got Taste of Kennesaw.
Yes.
I think it's something else going on.
The Taste of Kennesaw is awesome. If you're from the area, you got to check it out. I think it's on November the 4th.
Yeah.
Is that right?
November
it's 11 to 6 or something like that.
So check that out.
And we know quite a few of the people obviously being from this area. Certainly that are going to participate. Certain establishments like the Frozen Cow, which is kind of right down there next to the plaza. Shout out to the folks at the Nest. Caitlin and those guys are awesome. Make sure you stop in there. It's a really, really cool place. Great barbecue. The folks at Bernie's, that's one of our favorite little haunts down there. It's right in downtown Kennesaw. And I think all those guys are going to be participating in some shape, fashion, or form of the Taste of Kennesaw. So.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
Well, check out all the stuff we've got going on. We've got some merch and stuff that we're trying to put together. So we'll try to get that stuff out. Again, because I think that there's something here that people want to kind of see. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't get it.
And we definitely want your feedback. We're gonna probably put out a T-shirt. Maybe we'll do some other stuff. It's online, but we'd love to get your feedback, get your thoughts on it.
We put everything up on Spotify, so if you drive around in the car and you're listening around and you don't want to go on YouTube or you don't want to follow us on the Facebook page, go on Spotify. But just check us out. Send the information. Those shares were killing me, man. I mean, so share along. But definitely I've come to find out that the likes and the subscribes and all the things that everybody says that always used to annoy me to death, they help. They get your information out there. So if you see us out there, please definitely like, subscribe, let everybody know about it.
And we appreciate the reach too, because we've heard from people from Alabama, people from North Carolina, people from Florida. A buddy of mine down in Pensacola, John Buchanan, awesome guy, former military. Thank you for your service, John.
Yep.
Shot us a quick note saying, "Hey man, I wish I had the time to do this." Me and a buddy of mine were talking about doing the same thing, and gave us a nice shout. So I appreciate that very much. And
we've got the time. Send us the information. We'll talk about it. And I mean, we've got the opportunity to be able to call people in, have conversations with folks. We'll see how these things go. And, we'll take this anywhere you guys want to take it.
Yeah. So. It's all about the listener. Again, we wanted to put together a variety show that talked about many different topics. And we greatly appreciate, the feedback we've gotten so far. Would love to get some, some ideas from you on kind of what's on your heart, what's on your mind.
No, most definitely.
Yep.
Well, this weekend, if you were in the area, we've got Taste of Kennesaw next weekend. But next weekend, this weekend coming up Sunday, Roswell Street Baptist Church has got a trunk or treat for the kids.
Oh, the trunk or treat.
So, come and check that out, roswellstreet.com. Check out the trunk or treat. And we'll see you on Halloween next Tuesday.
Beautiful. Halloween. Ooh, it's going to be a spooky one.
It's going to be a spooky one. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome.
We'll get it out early.
We may or may not be in costume.
You'll
have to find out.
It will not be a banana costume. Maybe.
I don't
know. But anyway, until next Tuesday, Halloween episode 3. Bless your heart. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Take care.